Hey guys, long time no see. In this video, I want to talk about AI and whether or not we're really living in the AI age and how does that connect with Bitcoin and everything like that. So let's start with that. Are we really living in the AI age? So most of you probably have used a language model such as ChatGPT or Perplexity or Gemini, Google Gemini, and it is useful. It is a useful tool where it made browsing much easier in a sense, where if you want to learn about a certain topic, you don't have to click multiple links to get to a certain understanding. You can just ask the question and you'll get basic information. And if you want to dig deeper into it, you can even do like deep AI search about this topic. And all these things are really useful. Obviously, AI is being used for other things such as image generation, video generation, and we're seeing all these ultra realistic videos and images that you cannot really tell anymore if it's real or AI. And that's a problem in of itself, where in the future, we're not going to be able to really tell what is real and what is not real on the internet. We will have this problem in the future, and it might not be really in the far future. It's going to be maybe in the near future. Whether or not this is a problem, it's not really my concern, but it's going to happen. Also, AI is being used for stuff like coding. You can do so-called vibe coding, and that's really useful tool as well. If you have zero knowledge of how to code, you can use AI for that, and it will help you come up with something very basic, or it could be something advanced. With time, these tools are getting better and better at what they do, actually. So that's also something to look forward to. Something else is that people are talking about is that AI being used in medicine, in prescribing medication, in analyzing ultrasound images, and even treating patients. You can also, theoretically speaking, you can conceptualize an idea of an AI being installed in a robot that actually can perform surgeries on patients, which would be like a huge step in like medicine and the medical establishment. Obviously, this is something really hard to implement, and it will require a lot of tests and trial, because at the end of the day, it's not like any other profession, because what you're doing is basically you're doing it on real human beings, and the risk of having an AI failure or confusion or hallucination on a real human being could actually cost a life. So it's not like prompting ChatGPT and getting a wrong answer or a hallucinating answer, and then you can prompt it again. It's actually working with a real human being. So it could be something for the long future, for the very, very long future. All these proponents of AI, all these tech giants, people such as Elon Musk, Sam Altman, Peter Thiel, and whatnot, and all these big guys in the tech industry are talking now about AGI. And there's a tweet for Elon Musk saying that AGI will be achieved in a year. And that tweet was made in 2023. And now we're in 2025 and we still don't have AGI. They're kind of like overestimating, selling the idea of AI to a certain extent. And the reason they're doing this is not really something conspiracy coded. There's no conspiracy there. They don't want us all to be onboarded on AI just to take all our jobs. It's not really like that. They actually would like to have more people work for them. They would like to be able to hire more people, because being able to hire more people actually makes them have like better authority over these people, if we want to think of it in a conspiracy manner. But what they really care about is, coming up with a narrative. They really care about selling this idea of AI, not to you as a consumer. They do want to sell it to you, but they really care about selling it to their investors. So they really want the idea of AI to be out there so they can sell their stocks for higher, so they can raise money for their startups in a much better way at a higher price, and so that they can keep this industry afloat and going in the direction that they want it to go. And the reason they care about funding so much is because none of these AI projects, whether it is GPT or Gemini or Copilot or Claude or anything AI, related, right now none of it is actually profitable. So they don't have enough revenue to cover the cost, and they're solely relying on raising capital to be able to keep those businesses afloat. And when they make big statements such as AGI will be available next year or will be available very soon, or for example, AI will transform this business and make it completely automated, or AI will do this or that and this or that. You as a consumer, that might be kind of exciting for you, but you don't really care about it. You're just gonna wanna pay your subscription, for example, and you're just gonna keep paying it regardless of how much advancement they will have and how fast it will be. What they really care about is selling these ideas to the investors, because when you tell an investor that we're gonna achieve AGI in a year, they're gonna be so much more enthusiastic to invest, to give you more money. They're gonna value your company at a much higher rate. And to understand this, you have to really understand the idea of investing in the modern world. The investing idea in the modern world is basically treating every investment as if it's money. The reason people treat every investment as if it's money, because the money is broken. And what do we mean by money? Money is what gets sold, is something that you hold just for you to be able to sell in the future. So if I have $100 banknote, I cannot eat the $100 banknote. I cannot, it will not generate yield for me if it's just sitting in my pocket. And I cannot really do anything with it. All I care about is to be able to exchange it for $100 worth of food or $100 worth of clothes. So the whole concept of money is to be able to sell it without losing its value. So if you have an apple, if I have it with me right now and I want to sell it in a month, like I want to exchange it for an orange in a month, obviously I won't be able to do that. And why? Because an apple will rot. So an apple, the main use case for an apple is to be eaten. So you cannot really exchange it for something else far in the future. Whereas if you have $100, you can exchange it in a month for something else, for something you deem valuable in a month. Now, the problem with the money, the dollars or the euros or whatever it is that it's not holding its value into the future. It's losing its value into the future. And so this idea that I can, hold money and just sell it into the future for something that is worthwhile no longer is valid, no longer valid. So we can't really do that. So now every investment is being treated as money. It's being treated in this way that when I invest in this company, I want to be able to sell those shares into the future for more money so I can be able to buy better houses or better food or better clothes or so on and so forth. So now you're going to ask me like, yeah, isn't that the basic understanding of investment? Not really. This idea is kind of modern. It's kind of a modern idea of investment. Investment always meant that you put money into a business that generates yield for you. So it's kind of like a job. You invest in a business and you wait for that business to make money so that you can, get that money for yourself. You get that dividend, you get that yield. Think of it this way. Think of all these old institutions and the old money style companies and the companies that you can think of that has been around for like hundreds of years. These companies have continuity in the family. It's like a family business, and it's like almost like a monarchy. It's like you have the founding father of the company and then his son and their sons and their daughters, whatever. They inherit this company, and so they invest their money and they invest their life. And every time the company makes money, they reinvest some of that money into the same company so that it can grow and make more money for them. So it's the idea. So investing is not the idea of making the value of your money or preserving the value of your money. Investing is being able to generate money and from hard work and from building this company or this empire that you hold generation after generation. It's something that you keep with you for many years to come. We established the difference between an investment and money, and the reason we have this so-called AI and that it could be an AI investment bubble is because people are treating it as money. And so what we're doing right now with AI and how I see this playing out in the future is that we will reach bubble territory very soon. And once these promises of AGI and better videos and being able to do this and that and this and that do not actually materialize in the real world, we're gonna see all these these companies, maybe not all of them, but a big percentage of them collapsing, and we will have like a dot-com bubble 2.0, but it will be the AI bubble this time around. Obviously, some of these companies will still be around. Just like in the dot-com bubble, we had a lot of companies that emerged out of it and succeeded and was very good. We will see the same thing happening, and this will cause a recession in the AI bubble. And I saw a really interesting tweet made by What the Fuck Happened in 1971, and it's like a website that shows all these trends that took place in 1971. I'll link it down below. But the tweet that they made, it was someone who was talking about how the AI bubble is gonna happen, and they just tweeted them, and he said something like, everyone said AI will be a deflationary technology, but they didn't mention that it will be because of recession. So the reason AI will actually bring about lower prices is because of all the malinvestments and all the wrong capital allocations that happened during this AI era that will lead to the collapse of AI and the dropping of all prices because of the recession and because of the lack of capital that was destroyed in this misallocation of it. And so how does Bitcoin come into place? An interesting theory that a YouTuber called Tech Lead has. He says that all these new tech, all these new tech innovations and narratives and stuff like AI and other things before it, such as virtual reality and stuff like that, all these narratives, they're just a distraction that the tech industry put in place so that it can distract you from owning Bitcoin. They want all these investors to buy their stock, to invest in their startups, instead of buying the Bitcoin, which is the actually real money. So all these investors, they are looking for ways to have more money, but in reality, the money is in Bitcoin. Bitcoin is money. And so if you want to invest your money or to hold your money in something that you want to sell into the future, you should hold money. And what is money? What is the best form of money we have right now? It used to be gold, but arguably it's not that anymore. And I have a lot of videos on this topic. Right now it is Bitcoin. And fine, you want to use AI. I encourage you to learn about AI. I encourage you to learn about all these tools because they're here to stay. I'm not saying that AI will be obsolete. It will definitely be here to stay. So you should learn about it. You will use it in your jobs, whatever you do. And I personally have been working on my AI skills, and I'm keeping in touch with everything being released in that realm. But you should not really think of it as this ultimately disrupting thing, because just like everything else, it is what it is at the end of the day. And it will be a huge misallocation of capital at some point in the near future. And yeah, save this video and maybe we will see you in a couple of years to see whether or not this was the reality. So thank you all for watching. Thank you for being here. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.